Okay, so I was able to sneak into my classroom and get my poetry books out of there, which gives me the opportunity to talk today about another awesome poetry book. This is a poetry book I bring up all the time with people, and I just haven't been able to do a video because I haven't had it. But one of my absolute favorite poetry books of all time is Helium by Rudy Francisco. So, Rudy Francisco is a poet who has gotten some national attention. He's actually been able to share his poetry on The Tonight Show at least 2 times that I know of. And he is just fantastic. One of my favorite things about Helium is I love poetry, and I especially love performance poetry, slam poetry. And he does the kind of poetry, he shares his poems orally on a regular basis. A lot of times that kind of poetry is based in deep wounds, wounds of racial injustice, wounds of sexism, wounds of things like assault, rape, violence, those kinds of things. Rudy Francisco's is not, and I love all that poetry too, but sometimes it's nice to read poetry and there just be a little bit more joy in it, a little bit more look at the bright side of things. One of my favorite poems in this collection is a poem called Complainers. And it's one of the ones that he presented on The Tonight Show. You can definitely go on YouTube and watch him present it. But one of the things he does at the beginning of that poem is talk about a lot of different people who went through terrible, terrible things, and how all of them basically said, I guess things could have been worse. And it's just a really great poem. You know, it has this line in it that says, it doesn't matter if the glass is half empty or half full, there's water in the glass. So I love the positivity in this. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't deal with any hard things in his life. He talks about things like relationships not working out and stuff like that. But ultimately, this is a book of poetry that, kind of like Helium, will uplift you. And so I love this book, and I highly recommend that you get it. And it's a quick read. It's not super thick, but it's a great one.